His little wing.
Here we go. Serving more to irritate. Pushes way out.
What? Hey, baby. Come on, a little bit more. Almost. Hi, come on. Come on. I know. Oh,
There we are, the crack. There we go. We're out.
Yay.
All right. Oop. Whacking your head on everything.
Oh, wobbles. Oh, wobbles. And a big old belly. Oh. Oh, my goodness. Little big sweets. Very good stuff and stuff too. It's so much better.
Hey, I'm Jed with Whitetail Hollow Farms. Today we're in our incubation room, hatchery, whatever you want to call it, looking at our GQF 1502 Sportsman incubator. We run it at our 97.5 degrees, and typically we run about 35% humidity, just natural. Right now we are at 56% humidity, and I'll tell you why. Let me move this guy. You press this button, the emu's turning, or the egg's turning. Once it gets level, we can let go of the button. We have baby emus hatching right now. In fact, there's one trying to come out and see us. I keep a bottle of water in here to spray around to keep their shell, or keep the membrane dry. You'll notice there's a date on each egg. That's the date it was put into the incubator, into the turner. And there's some other notes like W and C. Some of these might even have a G on them somewhere. G means Jenny. That's a particular emu we have who is of a different bloodline. These are all the guys that are lined up ready to hatch. They were all put in on December 26th, the day after Christmas. This guy's almost ready to come out. They will talk to you. Hey, buddy. There's a vase down in there. He'll be out by the morning time. Then when I have somebody who's been working a little hard for a little long, I will put them over here in our Arcom incubators. Just a regular chicken incubator. It's kind of freaking out because it doesn't like running at 97.5. He is still working at it. Getting a little fluffy there. There's a nose. Over here, we have everybody who has hatched, along with some chicken friends. And somebody's sitting on the wire. He's wrapped in it. He's wrapped his legs underneath it, Ben. There you go. Good job. Okay, we'll take their heater out for just a second. This is a heat plate from Premier One. Nice and warm on the bottom. No risk of fire. So these are the three guys that have hatched. We put a number that corresponds. There's a number here somewhere, number 4. A number that corresponds with their DNA sample that I already have pulled. The idea behind putting a couple of chicks in here is we just had a couple of chicks hatch and they're hanging out with them and seem to be pretty good, and maybe they'll teach them how to eat and drink because the chicks hatched about 2 o'clock this afternoon and they're already eating and drinking and they're hanging out with the bigger guys. The next thing we'll do is we'll pull a DNA sample from each eggshell, and that is literally just a small piece of the membrane out of the eggshell, preferably with a little blood on it. Put it in an envelope, take it to Avian Biotech, and in a day or two we'll have our result back, boy or girl. Take the number off of their ankle and we will put a pink or a blue leg band on them. The only reason I have water and food in here right now is because the chicks are in here. The emus would not be interested in eating at all right now. A very common question we've had this year is how our EMU trays work in our incubators. I see many people who put these together wrong, or in my opinion wrong. We run the GQF pieces across like this, put the bolts through, and then we put the eggs in between. I see so many people set these up and lay the eggs in here, and then they only get 2 rows of eggs. We can fit 36 to 39 eggs per tray this way, filling the entire incubator. Sometimes a few more, sometimes a few less, depending on the size of the eggs. The bottom tray will typically hold about a dozen eggs while they're ready to hatch. People often ask, do you do a lockdown? How do you do a lockdown with them? Quite honestly, most of the time I'm setting an egg per day, 2 eggs per day. I'm coming in and I'm finding an emu who has pipped or cracked his egg here on top, and I'm moving them down to the bottom. Then I leave them turning until the bitter end. Right now, this incubator is mostly full, so that means we have 42-ish eggs in here, including the ones at the bottom. As DNA results come back, we'll have boys and girls available. Right now, all of the guys that we have existing are going to go to fill waiting list orders. There may be a few extra females left over. If anybody's looking for a female, we'll probably have that for you. We're also going to do some really cool contests at some point in time. So it's a real good time to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Whitetail Hollow Farms. That way you'll be there, you'll see all of our videos, you'll hear the announcement for when we're ready to give away some emu eggs, hopefully. Also, like us on Facebook at Whitetail Hollow Farms. Very soon we're going to do a comprehensive emus 101 video from beginning to end. We'll talk about chicks, our incubation process, how we keep track of sexes, which is a very important thing, how we raise our emus, how we house them, how we build our fences, what has worked for us and what has not worked for us. So again, like and subscribe to our channel on YouTube, Whitetail Hollow Farms. Thank you.